It had been 6 years since that mysterious night that began as a mistake, whim, a collision of two broken souls seeking comfort in a world that rarely offered it. For him, it was just one night, long forgotten beneath the layers of business deals, deadlines, and the steel walls of his corporate empire. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. Now a powerful CEO, cold and calculated, he had no time for dreams or distractions. That is, until one ordinary morning turned extraordinary when he saw her. A little girl, barely 5 or 6, walking hand in hand with her mother, past his company's cafe. She had his eyes. And when she furrowed her brows just like he did when confused, something inside him shifted. At first he laughed it off. Coincidences happened. Children resembled strangers all the time, but then he saw her again and again. Each time, the unease in his chest grew louder. It wasn't just the way she looked, it was the way she moved, the way she tilted her head, the way she unknowingly mirrored his habits. And then came the moment that shattered him. He watched from his office window as she dropped a toy and pouted in a way only one other person had ever done. Her mother. The same woman he had spent one unforgettable night with. 6 years ago, his mind began to race. Was it even possible? Could this child be his? The very thought made his world spin. He tried to focus on meetings, investments, board, reports, but none of it mattered anymore. He needed to know the truth. Quietly, he began to look into the woman's life. Who she was, what she'd been through. She had disappeared without a trace all those years ago. Now, here she was again, with a child that bore his very mark. His curiosity turned to concern, then to guilt. Why had she hidden this from him? Evening, he couldn't take it anymore. He approached her. The confrontation was quiet, raw, tense. Her eyes were still the same, brilliant, guarded, trembling. She didn't deny it. She simply said, "You were too far away. It's too high up." I didn't want to bring her into your world. Her words meant his protection, cut deeper than blame ever could. And then came the proof. A tiny birthmark behind the girl's ear, the same one he had. All the walls he had built over the years crumbled in an instant. He wasn't just a man in a suit anymore. He was a father, stranger to a daughter he never knew he had. The weight of those lost years crushed him. He'd missed her first steps, her first words, her first tears. But he also knew it wasn't too late, not entirely. He began spending time near her school, offering help from afar. Slowly, carefully, he entered her life first, as a friendly man she saw often, then as someone she could laugh with, and finally someone she began to trust. The girl didn't know who he truly was yet, but she liked him. She felt safe around him, so that in that he found hope. For the woman, it wasn't easy. She had raised her daughter alone, battled loneliness and judgment, fought to keep her child, happy without ever revealing the truth. She didn't trust Isel and Autumn, not the world. But watching him try, genuinely try, softened something in her. He wasn't the same man she had once met. He was slower now, more thoughtful, less arrogant. She saw his eyes linger on the girl with longing, not regret. And slowly she let him in, not just into their lives, but into the story they had been, writing unknowingly for years. The day he told his daughter the truth was quiet. There were no tears, just wide eyes and a small voice that asked, "Really? You're my dad?" And when she reached out to hug him, it was as if the universe finally sighed in relief. What began as a forgotten night had led them all to this moment of healing, a chance not just to rewrite the past, but to create a new future. The CEO was still a man of power, but now he left meetings early to attend school plays. He held his daughter's hand as if afraid to lose her again. The boardroom no longer defined him, this little girl did. And her mother. She no longer stood in the shadows. She walked beside him, finally unburdened from years of secrets and solitude. Their family wasn't perfect, but it was real. It was honest. And it was built on the most unexpected of second chances,